All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your...
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition...
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated, but we found Tynar.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in... So, we've...
Oh! Tainari also asked us to tell you this message.
Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now. To avoid alerting...
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave...
It appears to have been very... Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you mean that's it?
Well, what else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement?
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to lead. So you should find someone more suitable to...
But I thought all of you academia big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that.
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings.
Fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of a talker either.
Employer?
Yep, the Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say?
Yeah! Say something to boost morale! Huh? What are you all doing here? Oh, it's Nilu! Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you.
Not at all. I was out.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't you? But you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to...
Huh? Join you? You mean, you also want...
Yes. Something very... Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait. I can't believe my ears. Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are... That's right! I must admit that I'm a little scared. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you...
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay.
Just remember not to say too much.
Yep.
All the preparations are done. Now,
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome!
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently.
Uh-huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow! Okay. So I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now. Yep! Good night, everyone!
Welcome. Get your spices here. We've got all kinds.
In my opinion, Jutes is the best stall.
Today is the Academia's Niagarbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action. Oh, Hatham should be waiting for us. Let's go to the Academia and find him. I'm out of here. And away I go!
Hello, you two.
Not really. Paimon got too nervous. What about you all, Hatham?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important resource.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our...
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You know, Paimon's been thinking, what kind of tech...
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Suristhana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled from the inside.
So, how are we gonna get to the Grand Sage's office?
Don't forget, today is Niagarbaha Day. The sages and core academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge capsules so that they can be entered into the Akasha. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone, and the Academia's grounds are flowing with all sorts of people. It's the perfect time for an infiltration. When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon. Well, yes, if precedence holds, The academia should have already started preparing for Nyargarbaha Day.
Everyone should be in position.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna walk in through the front door, or...?
Yes. Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
Paimon can't think of a good comeback. Alright, it's all on Alhaitham if things go south.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago, but also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me!
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be—
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think. Don't tell me the answer. The sages search for you. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler? And you were gone from the academia for so long because...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the correct conclusion.
As I expected. Please, forgive me.
It's nothing. We'll be—
All right. Thank you for your...
What the heck just happened now?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves as fools.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our window of opportunity. Let's go.
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Tv.
There are a lot of students going through...
The academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nyargarbaha Day. They'll just act natural.
Go!
harmful.
It's a lift that academia personnel use to access high.
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the Grand Sage. Let's step back and observe for now.
You think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him? Oh,
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location, our
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you. Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts.
Grand Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly flattered.
I'm sure, but compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum. Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. You clearly understand the situation at hand, and have no intention of making... The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion.
this place is crawling with guards.
All right then, traveler. What did you wish to discuss with... Today is Nyargarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all. You seem to know quite... If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your...
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Worthless. Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great work. Creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge. Even Irminsul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion. Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali, what can she even do? Care for the people? Fend off sandstorms? Fabricate silly fairy tales? These are but child's play for the Academia. Does that make us equal to the gods? We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, the ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the Academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray.
I'll hate them. Are you
Anyway, I've brought them to the Academia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about him ready for—
Oh, Haytham! So we finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect not, as it is Niagarbaha Day. I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your data will be updated. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons. Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable—
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose you had mentally prepared yourselves for this, no? Your ploy was to sacrifice the Traveler here, was it not?
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well, I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler at Caravan Ribat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and escaped surveillance range. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert.
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino just now.
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali and General Mahamatra Sino, who, with their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the Traveler is still— If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great war. Sneak into the Academia on Niagarbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the Academia and continue searching for a way to proceed forward. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say. No, even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular operations and the development. However, under the current circumstances, if—
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed—
So flight has turned to fight at long last. Guards! Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule?
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power. Azar! He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbahar Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Don't lock us up! Let us out! Wah! Oh, yeah. Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to... What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right. Paimon...
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the Traveler to the confinement room.
What? Why do we want to get him locked up on purpose?
He's always been the person the Sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to their successful implementation of their plan. They are very aware of the risk he poses to them. Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the Sages will likely think that everything is under control, and with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has a more important task once... According to the Academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the Doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So our job is to wake up Nahida. Okay, totally.
The confinement room is inside the Academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close. However, as for whether she'll actually wake...
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? All right, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk. There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... The faster it blinks, the better the signal. Whoa, it's Mora. Ooh, Mora. No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure. Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed?
Search it!
Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed?
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I want to become a worthy archon. So I've kept studying, kept listening to my people and their hearts, kept looking for a way to save Irminsul, so I can catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Surasthana. The sages are creating a god to replace me. And I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do archons have them? Should archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions.
You're right, though. I won't.
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up? Thank you.
We're here to rescue you.
I'm fine. When I think of everything that's happened to me,
You should have been angry ages ago.
huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great. When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was you were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their... Yep, so...
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance, and this one is especially important.
All right. But if anything happens, the few of us here may not...
Don't worry. They've been through worse.
All right. You know, if you really do get arrested, we'll do everything we can to get you...
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind. Positions. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Ah. With all my strength.
Nilu, how...
Definitely more than usual. But it's because I'm worried I won't dance well enough.
It's okay. Just focus on your performance.
You sure know how to talk. Taking all...
Well, thank you both.
Ooh, that's...
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the academia so they don't interrupt your
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia's been conducting a weird experiment, and some of their test subjects escaped.
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better? Oh well, I guess it does sound like something the academia would do.
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Here!
Hey, Nilu! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our Bait People Away with Yalda Candies plan is working beautifully. Do you want some candy? We have more than we can give out.
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of this. And even dressed up as the Knight of Flowers, no less. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance, and I'm about to start one.
You have a point. The stage is cleared and everything's ready.
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm really grateful. All right, time to hit the stage.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great that, come to think of it, when did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Orb? It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart and all, but he still makes Paimon's blood boil. Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway, and it'll help us feel more confident. Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed with the doctor's technological support.
How despicable of them.
But this is all. I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Academia. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all our...
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into... The sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so...
Sure sounds complicated. But it seems like if everything... That's pretty clever. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guards...
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced. The
Akasha will turn humans into machines.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing, too. By the way, this plan still requires a performer, right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan like this, but we can ask her in person.
All right. After the guards in the Academia are gone...
Then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to shine. Here they come. Did you see that, Raman?
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop. But outside the Academia...
With a lioness like you, the prey...
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sage...
all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled every day in the desert.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the Corps of 30. But they have a completely different reputation. Following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession...
Indeed.
All right.
You gave such an...
It'll be fine. Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person, after all.
You've got a point. Anyway.
Good luck.
This outfit.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali and run away from them.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Relax. Don't think about getting caught. Even if that, you only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar. Leave the...
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guards.
All right, it's time, Isak. Take a deep breath.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan, but there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do next?
Huh. Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Luckily, he didn't check behind the tree. What should I do next? The guard looks alert. What should I do next?
Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like the guard...
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me! This is bad. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped. Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find...
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is... I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat! So you're not actually
just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition, or a personal growth. After stepping in...
An ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru's...
You've spent all your time hiding away in the academia. This place has long since become our hunting ground.
This is odd. The academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Nyagarbha Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter than usual. Where are the guards? Why have I not...
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you...
My apologies, Grand Sage. Right now, all academia guards have entered the city to perform the order to
Arrest? Who is there to arrest? I have an ominous feeling.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean...
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like that. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusanali will...
What happened? Just Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? That's impossible. The academia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. Besides, Alhaitham and the Traveler, what manner of trickery did they employ? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so...
Let me check. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared in my mind. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the Traveler? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into... Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. The important... Have you been to the sanctuary of Suristhana to...
Confirm. No, it may be a bit offensive to say this, but... Grand Sage, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. That is common knowledge to all of us. If we have to confirm the information and knowledge from, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around. I'll go to the sanctuary of Surasthana on my own.
Yes, Grand Sage.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the... How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something... Huh? She really appeared again? What is the meaning of this?
What a comical sight, Azar. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, you all can only see the world in your mind. And precisely because of this, she has been a wise and worthy archon.
Sino. The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you.
People change, Azar.
Then tell me, what have you found during your...
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. Under your own regulations, even Academia... As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon.
So what?
No. I want you to plead guilty in front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
How long do we have to wait? Paimon wants to know how things are going out there. Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Hopefully something bad didn't happen. Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be locked up in here for the rest of our lives? Thinking about it, at least Paimon has you. We could still chat like this when Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary.
Here comes your savior.
Dia! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts...
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long...
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands. Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. He has So, hurry to the sanctuary of Surus. We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. We just came together Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
They say it's nice to. This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. But during this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and created so much trouble.
Exactly! We're here because you're a...
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even... My concept of self has become... But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an archon, and now she needs your help to save her country.
It's okay.
There's one more thing.
What is it?
For all the things the academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their archon, I will make them pay.
Ah, wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up for yourself and...
I understand now. To be a better... If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. We need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false... I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, first things first. I need to remove the restrictions that the After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally was. After all, the academia bit this might take some time. And if we don't stop the God creation plan...
You might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up. How's it going, Nathan?
I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh? What's this little...
It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha. You may not need it right now, but it...
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon! We're both small things that float! Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the Traveler from now on, people won't remember Paimon because she isn't unique anymore!
It's alright, Paimon. It can't... It's only a flying device.
You're so good at comforting people, Nahida.
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth.
Nahida, you're natural at this.
By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself, you may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, if we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count... I'm glad I've located where the false god is.
Chivalry will never die.
What is this place? Wow. Who would have thought the sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered? The safest that's true. Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. The sages really... But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the Fatui under the Doctor. Sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I've always felt that this Doctor is different from the Academia sages. Instead of being...
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weird...
So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into... We had previously come into contact with his consciousness. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was... The other obsession is probably related to his...
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject.
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. The more we know now, the better... Alright, time to go.
Time to work.
I see everything.
No more relax.
The Temple of Wisdom.
No excuse for slacking off.
Be still.
No slacking off.
I will end your work.
The depth's finished.
Get with me!
This isn't good.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes. The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it. It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
Grow!
Let's begin.
Our bond is strong.
Turn this quickly. I guess this is it.
Frozen.
Minute to memory.
Get with me.
Flash
I'll settle
frost.
this.
Cascade.
Pay your dues.
Grow! Make yourselves at home.
Rain cutter. Our bond is strong.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
memory!
This way!
Mind the deluge.
Shouldn't get careless.
Through.
Let's begin.
Stand with me!
This is it. Come at me. You can't run. Well,
Our bond is strong!
Hey, one after another. The Temple of Wisdom.
Let me weave you a verse.
Getting a little cold.
Out of my way!
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed. Oh no, what should we do? Paimon... Are you nervous, Paimon? If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous. Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with it. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well. Curious? Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and everything that happens to us is... And if it's a form of knowledge, then... However, Only fate is about that which has yet to occur. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I will personally experience my own fate with you.
Ah, so that's what you mean.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now. So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura! A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as... How much effort and resources did the Sage... From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed.
You sure are something! Dishing out compliments at a time...
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every nose. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you!
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods?
The strife engraved upon a Gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate. All those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed. This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not... No wonder your own people have abandoned you, god of wisdom. Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer, the god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god. Churn! Feeble human! my command, you shall fall!
Ouchie!
Insignificant
Everyone hold
past!
Dissipate!
Cascade.
Churn! My endless cycle begins!
I'm feeling a little washed out.
Time to act.
Insignificant past!
Our bond is strong! Lightning terrifying!
Feeble human! At my command, you shall
Time
fall!
to get serious.
Body and mind.
imposing aura. A body that... How much from the pure... You sure are something. But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height.
Strife is... Can you feel...
He wouldn't...
Do you not realize...
The strife engraved upon a gnosis, Tevat's current... All those
This is a... No wonder your own people have abandoned you. God of wisdom. Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The God of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like... Come! Let us reenact... Insignificant past!
Stand with me!
Grow!
Be still.
Feeble human!
I may have overestimated myself.
Committed to memory.
Dissipate!
Cascade.
At my command, you shall fall!
Stand with me! Just you wait!
Churn! Perish! Feeble human!
Make yourselves at home. This might hurt a little.
My endless cycle
strong.
begins!
I see everything.
Stand with me!
Insignificant past!
Everyone hold hands.
Cascade.
Burn to oblivion! Kneel! Tremble! Reality is pain! This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Booer?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sabzeruz festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Booer.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate!
The Temple of Wisdom!
Kneel!
Body and mind.
Burn to oblivion!
Body and mind. Rain outlines your fate.
Kneel! Reality is pain! Good riddance, cruel world.
Be still.
strong! Time to act.
Your new god awakens!
I have taught you everything I know.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
I am outplayed.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
Stand with me!
Be still.
Burn to oblivion! Humans. Filthy humans. No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. This is... That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Everything's in place.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Forbidden knowledge? It seems... Your forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled. Think then. A second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time. So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, then does that mean in order to save us? Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these... The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul. Aww. Do you feel sad? I'm just... sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions? Although she even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, but now we have a chance if we can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet, and then we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person. Each of us need, even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon. Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat? That's the boat of consciousness. Wow, what are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Stand with me.
Be still.
I see everything. Make yourselves at home.
Kamisato Art. Suiyu.
Our bond is strong.
Cascade.
Everyone hold hands.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Dissipate.
I see everything.
I'll settle this.
The Temple of Wisdom.
No, my sword. Huh? Our bond is strong.
Cascade.
Look! Whirling sigils have appeared in the sky! Everyone hold hands.
Dissipate. Ring cutter.
Be still. Mind the deluge.
I see everything.
Our bond is strong.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
Stand with me. Out of my way. No, my sword. Huh? Let me weave you a berth.
Cascade.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first. We changed direction. Are we still going the right way? Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, we'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact? Huh? But everything's been complete. Hopefully. Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord? No. It seems that my bird otherwise. I think she would have given me a little more guidance. Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get... So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul? Well, this is the place. We're here to find Greater Lord Rukadevat, but the one standing over there... Is that... me? Are you... Greater Lord Rukadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the...
We're... of the same nature? Why?
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukadevata. The real me has presumably died Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I... going to be a great archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge,
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me. But perhaps you may become an even greater archon. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom. Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the archon I always admired. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukadev.
The feeling is mutual.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me?
Ah, I see. Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, the pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that it came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall.
So,
at that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the...
It's truly the world's most amazing...
Thank you. Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all of her... But... things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. And then... I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but from the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. I've experienced that pain in your consciousness.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated, and there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from
Wait, no, I can't.
So you realize what that implies? You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. Removing me from Irminsul means... but...
People love you so much and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. How can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way?
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so cruel.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy. These are the words in their entirety. The answer: you let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
I'm alright. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. But just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Merman soul.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Huh? That sound. Traveler!
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance.
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a... Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I act... I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally,
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already...
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition.
You mean... they're...
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observe the... Observation is the first step of any experiment. But observing the current world doesn't... So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me.
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist.
Indeed. It's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves.
Since you were in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have...
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment.
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And
as an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical...
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the... For example, Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that electro-gnosis in...
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it...
After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope...
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now, and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly principle? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble? How I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has... Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then.
This foreign gnosis will only lead to disaster, but this electro-gnosis is the prize I attained after defeating one of your fellow Harbinger. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events...
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been with... Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless...
Like you said, it's difficult to make being as smart as you are. Have you managed to...
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the really...
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. But what I'd like to know is... how can you be sure that I've really
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Another chess piece. And where is your dendrognosis?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru, is there? Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has...
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to... With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say. Okay. Are you awake? Kale says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop it. Come on, Traveler.
Girl must be leaving soon.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep, yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you...
It's nice to...
Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So... Oh, it's from Neil... We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyano's reinstatement as the General as heroes of Sumeru.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident... Oh, you're...
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before...
Ah, good morning.
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine, I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started...
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear.
By the way,
This news is hardly new. He had...
Huh? You mean he was already here?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting.
Then you probably already know all about the
Celebration feast? No,
Huh?
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Cyno doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration. You and Kale are both Cyno's close friends.
Kale has taken... You see, some VIPs have come to the forest
Huh? VIP?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the...
Huh?
Yes, Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest... When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first. But, as a result, work has increased for the...
That sounds really exhausting.
There is nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand.
Ah, right!
You've recovered well. You may...
Yay! Nilu!